Welcome back to another edition of TCM Graduate TV. I'm Kent Tsevsik, registered acupuncturist. This is episode 122, and I've got a three-fer. So I know we talked about GB26 on the last episode, but I want to talk about it again, okay? So let's talk about 26, 27, 28. All together, this makes up the Dai Mai. The girdle vessel is a very interesting vessel. It is, other than the major collateral of spleen, it is the only vessel channel meridian that is going horizontal. So it's joining a bunch of vertical channels, which is pretty cool. But functionally, it helps regulate external genitalia. It's also known to help with damp heat in the lower warmer, such as leukorrhea. I'll just put LW for lower warmer. And we're going to get into it. It also helps with the iliopsoas and also the inguinal ligament. And because of that, it helps with the symphysis pubis. So let's erase this and let's talk a little bit more about these amazing acupuncture points. So looking at GB26 itself, its location is interesting. So we're going to find liver 13 at the free end of the 11th rib. We're going to draw a line straight down. When that intersects with the belly button line, that's where we're going to find GB26. Now it seems to be where the internal obliques are. And it's also kind of maybe over top of the iliopsoas. So this is a really great acupuncture point to use for any of these concerns. GB26 is also well known to help regulate menstrual concerns. '27 and 28 are very close together. And because of that, they are right next to the attachment of the inguinal ligament. And it's kind of cool. So go ahead and pause the video and Google inguinal ligament, look up some photos. It's pretty cool. You're going to see this structure that joins kind of at the symphysis pubis, and you can tell exactly what this is going to do when we needle right next to the attachment, how it could help relax this whole structure. So it'd be very good for stuff like hernia and, as we just said, anything to do with external genitalia. And because the iliopsoas structure is going right through that area, what I'm going to get into is kind of this idea of treat the front to treat the back. So oftentimes for really stubborn back pain where an iliopsoas is very, very tight, I like to treat GB26, 27, 28, and then I will use the distal. I'll use the confluent points, 111 GB41. We'll get into that in a second, to help open it up as well. This is a really good treatment protocol for stubborn back pain because sometimes the pain is where the pain is. I have back pain. Okay, so I'll treat UB 23, 24, 25, 26, 40, and the back pain goes away fantastic. Sometimes I'm stressed and my mid back is tightening up, and that's pulling on an adjacent structure. Okay, so now we need to UB18, UB20 sort of thing to help with the low back pain. But sometimes, okay, we have our erector spinae muscles, they hold our spine in place. We also have this amazing iliopsoas that kind of goes through us and holds the spine so it doesn't blow at the back. Well, sometimes that gets tight. And from personal experience, I've had back pain and I've had a massage therapist put their darn fingers in this area and have me drop my leg off the table, and they're stripping that whole area, and the back pain is gone as soon as I get up off the table. So that has really stuck with me, and this has been an interesting kind of adventure into the structures and what's going on here. So go ahead, jump on Wikipedia, jump on the Google, look at photos of structures, and we can start kind of piecing things together of what the ancients saw in these acupuncture points. So let's erase this and let's talk about the confluent pair. Of course, the confluent pair is triple number 5. And GB41. Now, triple number 5 opens up the yang way, while GB41 opens up the Dai. They need to work together, whether you want to open up the yang way or whether you want to open up the Dai. You've got to use both of them. They're like two keys that have to be turned at the same time in order to open the vault door. Now, GB41 is very interesting too, because when you read Machocha's textbook on the extraordinary vessels, channels, meridians, whatever you want to call them, he has certain pulses that he likes to look for, and when he feels a certain type of pulse, he likes to use the confluent pair. When the bar or the middle position, so liver and spleen on the pulses are large, excess, wiry, he starts to think, maybe I should open up the girdle vessel. I should open up the Dai Mai, and this is what's used. Now, GB41, we're going to get into it as we work our way down the gallbladder channel, but GB41 is very good to help subdue liver yang. So I start thinking about stress, I start thinking about tightening, I start thinking about the inguinal ligament perhaps tightening, etc. There's so many different things that can happen to our patients, and then maybe the middle of them gets really tense, and then we feel it on the pulses. So there you have it, 3 really great reasons to use 3 really great acupuncture points. Just want to remind you that safety is king, bedside manner is king, and results are king in that order. Thanks for watching this video.